Come on in, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Jen with Jen's Den Art. Let's see if I can get this thing to work here. Happy Saturday today. How's everybody doing? Come on in, come on in. I am taking it easy today. I am doing some prep work for my pop-up paint party that starts tomorrow night. I have a wedding shower to go to, a bridal shower to go to later on this afternoon. So I figured I would come on now before all of that craziness starts. Come on in, say hello. Hello, everyone. Hi, Tracy. Can you hear me okay? I want to make sure everything's working all right. Let me know how the video is working. Hello, come on in, everybody. Come on in and say hello. Hear you good. Okay, perfect. Thank you, thank you. I hope y'all are having a great Saturday. If you are like me and recuperating, yesterday we had a huge delivery of sod in our backyard. And so my husband and I spent the day putting sod down, a lot, like, was it 2,000 square feet of sod. So my body is aching right now. And so I'm in my art studio, sitting down, trying to recuperate and get going. And I have a bridal shower to go to later on this afternoon. So and we are gaining a new daughter-in-law in December. So I'm super excited about that. All right, very good. Very good. Oh my gosh, 7 hours, Tracy. I'm so exhausted. Michael did a lot more than I did because I would have to take more breaks than him. But whew, that's a lot. All right, so what I'm doing today, this video is for all of you out there who are curious about joining our holiday reversibles, which is right here, by the way. Let me grab it. Our holiday reversibles pop-up paint party right here. That is the front, and then this is the back. It is reversible. I am prepping. I already prepped my board. Let me say that. I already prepped my board. But what I did not do yet is transfer the templates and do a little DIY video for those of you who want to know how once you print out the templates, how do you put them all together? Okay, because there's 10 pages if you're painting a large piece like this, 48 inches tall. It's 4 feet tall. So I'm going to walk you through how to put the template together when you print it out, and how I am going to transfer the template on my paper. On my board. So I'm going to take you to a bigger screen. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so what I want to do right now is I want to show you what I've done so far, and then we'll get started on this. So far I have already put together, let me undo this. All right, we've already done all of the prep work to our board. I've already done videos on all of that, so you can see how we're getting this prepped. Okay, the next thing we did was we started working on putting our templates together, but I want to continue that because I don't feel like I did enough DIY for y'all in this case. So I already have the fall side already taped together. Okay, and like I said, there's 10 pieces of paper. So I want to show you something. When you print, let me grab something to write on. When you print the paper, there are 10 sheets. So they're all going to print out on just regular 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. And they're going to look like this. When you're done, you're going to have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, that's two, let me try that again. I'm starting wrong. Here we go. Here's a good spot. I need it skinnier. So 1, 2, 3. All right, that's good. So this is what you're going to get. You're going to get 10 pieces of paper like this that you're going to have to put together, okay? And that's what this whole template is right here. Each sheet has 2 numbers on it, and I'm going to explain to you what those 2 numbers mean. Okay, so this one's going to have a 1, 1 on it. And the reason why there's a 1, 1, and this one's going to have a 2, 1 on it. So let's talk about those 2 numbers. The first number is the row. Okay, the first number is, let me make sure I got this right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, the first number is the column. The first number is the column. So this is column 1. And this is column 2. Okay? So every one of these is going to have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, I'm backwards. Yeah, that's the first number. The first number, I'm confusing myself, so I can only understand how y'all are going to feel about this. Okay? The second number is going to be, let me make sure, yeah, the second number is going to be the row. So this is row 1. This is row 2. This is row 3. This is row 4. And then this is row 5. So when you put these numbers together, let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit on this so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing. You don't have to know this. You could just like put the pictures together. But I'm just explaining it to you a little bit more in detail for those of you who want that detail. Okay. So this is what you're going to see. All right. So this is going to be right here. This is going to be column 1. Okay. This is going to be column 1. 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 And then here, this is going to be column 2, column 2, column 2, column 2. All right. So those numbers are all going to be the same. Column 1 and column 2. Then your row is going to be next. So this is going to be 1, 2. This is going to be 2, 2. Then this is going to be 1, 3. This is going to be 2, 3. This is row 4. So this is going to be 4. This is going to be 4. And then row 5. This is going to be 5. And this is going to be 5. So that's what those numbers represent. I'm not going to talk about this anymore because most of y'all are going to turn this video off and you're not going to spend any time watching what I'm doing. So that's that. I was a high school math teacher for 25 years. And so sometimes I go a little bit overboard on my explanation about things. And that math in me comes out when I'm doing this kind of stuff. So this is the first side. Okay, that's all of the pieces that you're going to have together. And then what I'm working on right now, I'm going to put this one aside. And what I'm working on right now is I'm working on the back side. And then we're going to transfer them over. Okay, so this is what I've been working on just a few minutes ago. I'm putting together the Christmas side on here. And I printed them all out. And you can see that I started cutting them out. And what I'm doing is I'm coming over here, getting my scissors, getting my paper, and I'm just trimming the edges. And then in just a minute, we're gonna actually transfer this over. So this is all of the prep work that you could definitely be working on now if you are participating in our our fun event. So I like to use large tape. I use my packaging tape to tape it down because it's just easier. And then I'm just going to continue going. The next piece here, it says 1, 4, which means it's going to be column 1, which is to the left, and then the 4th row down. First column, 4th row. Okay, and then I'm just going to tape this on here again. And I'm just cutting them to trim them up just a little bit, just because they're easier to manipulate and work with when you trim them up. Get all those little extra pieces off of them. So there's a small little overlap. If you wanted to, you could cut that off so that you can see it better. And then here is my next piece right there. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then we have one more row to do. And that's going to be these two. Hello, Betty. Hi, Miss Carrie. Okay, waiting for your gesso. Gotcha. Yep, get that gesso on there and get your board all prepped. So, just going to tape these few other ones down here. That one's a little overlapping. Not close enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let's do a little bit better job there. All right, so once you have it all taped down, then what we're going to do next, I'm going to start with the fall side since we're going to be working on that side first. You can see this whole thing here. You can see I've got the 4 feet. It goes all the way to the top of the board. It fits perfectly. And it goes all the way to the bottom of the board. So you can see that really well. All right, so what I'm going to do is start with the fall side. I'm going to move this one out the way. Grab my fall one. And I'm going to put it on here. So this is basically the beginning of what we're going to have to do to get ready for our painting, which starts tomorrow night, by the way. So tell us if you are going to be there tomorrow night to join us for our party. I have a little bit, you see that? I have a little bit of a whelp in my board, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. What I did first is I taped a big piece of tape all the way at the top up here. And I'm going to flip this over. And I'm going to put my transfer paper underneath. Now, I bought a big pack of like 100 sheets of transfer paper, but they're all small sheets, like 8.5 by 11. And I didn't realize that's the size that I bought. So I just taped a few of them together to make it a little bit longer for me. You can see my tape on there. So the shiny side is the side that you want to make sure that you put down, because that's the side that's going to actually transfer onto your board. So I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to work my way down. And I'm going to bring my transfer paper back over. Make sure it's exactly where I want it to be. And then I'm going to take an ink pen. Okay, I'm going to take an ink pen. Hello, Elizabeth. Hi, Miss Ellen. So glad y'all are here. All right, so I'm going to take an ink pen, and I am going to, let me just come down just a little bit more so I can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to take my ink pen, and I'm going to push. And take my time and get my sunflower transferred over. Are y'all ready for this party? I'm so excited. We are going to have so much fun. And if you are not a part of the pop-up paint party, I just need to let you know that tomorrow is the deadline to come on in and join us. So this is a reminder for all of you that have been watching all of this happening or getting ready to happen. This is a reminder for all of you that you are running out of time to come on in and join us for this event. We are going to start our bingo card today. So for those of y'all who joined up, make sure you look in your email this evening. You will be getting a bingo card, and it's a downloadable file. And in your bingo card, you are going to have some certain, some certain tasks that you are going to have to, if you want to play, it's an optional game during the whole event. You're going to be given some certain tasks to complete that are pertaining to the actual event. You're going to be given some certain tasks to complete, and you get to fill out your bingo card with us, and you get to share your progress in our private Facebook group, and you get to win prizes if you complete your bingo card. We're going to be playing Bingo Blackout, by the way. So it's going to be super fun, and we're going to have some great prizes. And don't do what I do sometimes, just to give you a warning. I'm about to run out of transfer paper under this area right here. So don't do what I do and keep on tracing and then realize that you don't have any more transfer paper under your paper. See, like right here, my transfer paper ends. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up very lightly, and I'll let you see what's happening so far so you know that it actually works. See how you can see the actual design now on your board? Okay, so I'm going to move my transfer paper down, and then I'm going to make sure that it fits back where it was, as close to where it was as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be painting over this. So the paint, if you have any boo-boos on your transfer, the paint's going to cover it once you start painting. Okay, so Jen, did you do a similar porcelainer last year? I did. Look, I have it right here. Let me show you. And this was very impromptu when I did this one. There's really not a tutorial for this one. It was just one of those In the Den with Jen videos, and it's just not as detailed. You see it? It's not as detailed. This one is different. So because I did that one last year, and it wasn't a good tutorial at all. I felt like I needed to do a much better job at really explaining and making this something that was worth learning from, because the other one was not. It was a very bad video. It was just a little impromptu. Hey, I'm painting right now. Come watch me paint. You know, does that make sense? Like there wasn't any explanation hardly at all in that video. And coming from a professional teacher, I know how important step-by-step instructions are. And so I really felt like this one needed to be much more detailed for us. So yeah. All right, let's finish getting all of our transfer done here. So yes, this is very, very detailed. This takes you from the beginning all the way to the end, from prepping, from buying your board, where to buy your board. We talk about that. We talk about, we actually provide templates for this one. Let's see, that was so much fun and I learned a lot. Oh, really? I didn't think I did a great job at all on that video. Thank you, though. That's really nice. And this one, we walk you through how to prepare your board before the painting, how to put the undercoat, if you want an undercoat. We walk you through how to transfer the template, which is what I'm doing right now. We also are going to walk you through every single little detail, which I did not do at all in that other video. And I don't even think that other video is even available anymore. I don't think I saved it either because I thought it was so horrible. All right, so I'm going to finish putting all these little details in here. Get all this circle. I am pressing kind of hard, and I also want you to notice that I'm using an ink pen that's actually making marks on the paper, because what that does for me is that helps me know where I've already traced the lines, what lines I've already traced and which ones I haven't traced yet. So that's why I use an ink pen that really like shows up. So you can see all of those lines. I know this does not look like a pine cone, but that's actually going to be a pine cone, okay? I'm going to teach you how to make that to look like a pine cone. All right, there's a couple of pine cones on here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, looks good. I did not put the circle right here. I'm just going to put that really quick. I forgot that part. Okay. All right, so that's one side. I'm going to take my transfer paper off, and I'm going to transfer the other side today too. I want both sides to be transferred now, because once I start painting one side and it's all wet, and I finish painting like the fall side, when I finish painting the fall side, I'm going to want to turn it over, and I'm going to want to start painting the Christmas side, but I'm not going to be able to because the fall side is still going to be wet. So before I start painting the fall side and get it all done, I'm going to go ahead and transfer both sides now. So that is something that I would highly recommend that you do. And I'm just going to flip it over horizontally so that both of the sides are the same vertical. You know, the top is still the same. So I'm just going to flip it over like that, so you can see what we have here. I'm going to start all the way at the top. Let's see if y'all can see that. Yeah. And the Christmas side is a lot easier than the fall side. The fall side is going to take us just a little bit longer than the Christmas side is going to take. Okay, so there we go. I got my transfer on there. Let's go ahead and tape this down. Put a nice size piece of tape there. You may even want to do even more. And let me show you what I mean. Like right now, I just put a piece in the middle. But when you put a piece in the middle, you still have a lot of play like this. Okay? But if you put a piece of tape all the way on one end, once you have it exactly where you want it, and then you put another piece of tape all the way on the other corner, then what you're going to do is just a little bit of engineering physics, I guess you can say. What's happening is you're allowing the tape to hold both sides at the top, and so now it's not going to move as much from the right to the left. Okay, you're going to have a much sturdier foundation or situation here for your paper to stay in one place. It's not going to be the greatest fix, but it's going to work a lot better. All right, well, let's go ahead and get my transfer paper all the way to the top. Put it back down and make sure the shiny side is down, okay? Miss Ellen, I think he's doing good. He has a doctor's appointment coming up next week. So I'll make sure Cindy knows that you asked. All right, so somebody had asked in the comments, I've been checking the comments lately. Somebody asked, do we paint the board that yellow color? No, it's actually the last thing we're gonna do. So do not paint the board. The only thing that we've painted so far is the red, that special red color that we used to paint the background. And that's actually not even the background. It's the underpainting. It's what we call the underpainting. So that's the only thing that you should have done as far as painting is concerned, is the underpainting. And that's only if you want the underpainting. For those of you who joined with the early bird special and you got the tags, you got the bonus tag videos, and you saw, have y'all watched that? For those of y'all who joined early, did anybody on here, did anybody join early yet? And see those tags that we did? I think I put them all away because I needed the room. That, I show you how to do the underpainting on those. And those are super fun to paint. So I saw some of y'all posted some in the Facebook group. So this is prep work, okay? This is prep work. So this is all part of the fun process of, Miss Ellen says she started one today. Oh, the acorn one is my favorite. I'm going to make this screen a little bit bigger for y'all so you can see a little better. The acorn one is my favorite. I love acorns. I love anything outdoorsy, foresty, anything that has a forest feel to it. I just love it. Love everything about it. All right, this right here is actually a flower. I'm gonna do a better job of painting this flower when we paint it live. It's actually a poinsettia, but I know it doesn't look like a poinsettia right now. We're gonna make it look like a poinsettia. These are our big ornaments. Ornament right there. Okay, I'm getting close to the end of my transfer paper. So I'm going to pull it down all the way to the end. There we go. Make sure I'm lined up again. Yep, got everything going. Yeah, so taping it down at the top really does help it stay in place. And taping it down like almost all the way across the top is an even better idea than just in one little spot. Does anyone have any questions? Jen, did y'all get the sod? Oh my gosh, Miss Ellen. Yes, Miss Ellen, yes, we got the sod down. And that's what I said at the beginning of this video. 7 hours yesterday. They ended up delivering it yesterday morning at like 7 o'clock in the morning. 7 hours, 2,000 square feet of sod. I'm gonna have to take a picture and let y'all see it because I designed a fire pit to go in the backyard as well, and so like we had to work the sod around the fire pit. We haven't done the fire pit yet. We just have the platform where it's gonna be. It's basically just a regular DIY fire pit. It's gonna be round with a fire pit in the middle. But we didn't want to put any sod right there because we knew that I have no idea what this is. Oh, that's a flower. Yeah, that's a flower. That's another poinsettia. So that's our next project, which is going to be maybe a week or so away because we need to recuperate from putting the sod down. Tracy, I think if you have one tube, I think you're going to be fine. It depends on how big your tube is. Like, is it a 2-ounce tube? I think you're going to be fine because we're going to be mixing it with white. So I think you're going to be fine because you're only using it on the edges of the painting, not the whole painting. I hope that makes sense. You're putting the yellow background on after the painting is done, so you're just filling in the gaps. You're not using it underneath the whole painting. Okay. Let me look at this carefully and see if I got everything done. There we go. Got all that. If I forgot anything, it's okay. All right. There is my template here. Let's tear that off. All right, got it all done. We're going to be starting tomorrow night right here on this side. And I wanted to check out the video too to see. I think we're going to be okay. It's going to be super difficult for me to work on a 4-foot board with y'all, but Michael and I set this up today and I think it might work because I can slide the board all the way down and y'all can still see it. And I can even zoom in. I have a little zoomer in here that can allow me to zoom in if there's certain areas that y'all want to see closer. And I think we're all set, y'all. I really, really do. I think we're all set. So, does anyone have any questions? Elizabeth, the tags are in the online classroom in the most recent section and the fall section. Since you are a VIP DEN member, that is where you will find them. I also sent out an email yesterday about it, and you should be able to find them in there. Yay, Miss Betty got her tags yesterday. Yay. All right. So does anyone else have any questions about tomorrow night? Everybody is so ready. Okay, so if you've signed up already, make sure you look out for the bingo card. The bingo card is going to be coming to your inbox this evening. Okay, I have some things to take care of today. I have to go to a bridal shower for my soon-to-be new daughter-in-law. And I have to go wrap the present. I haven't wrapped the present yet. So, yes, you do have to join to get the paint colors. You are correct, Baking Granny. Are you a baker? I'd like to know what you're baking this week. Sounds really good. Yes, any green will work. You can always add black to the green if you need to make it even darker. It's totally up to you. Yeah. So all of the lives are going to be at 7 p.m. Central Time. Did you paint them sometime? I'm not sure. Sourdough bread. Oh, yum. We love sourdough bread. That sounds good. Did you paint them sometime? I'm not sure. Was that for me? Facebook me at Baking Granny. Okay, Baking Granny. All right. No, I did not paint them anything. I did not. No, I actually went to the store and purchased something for them. So, yeah, they're getting married in New Orleans in December. And so they're having a bridal shower this weekend. So super excited to see everybody. All right. So again, if you need the link to, let's see. Nope, that's not the link. I'm going to find the link for y'all. Let me go over here and get it for you. Here we go. Boom, I'm almost there. I got it. Come and join us, y'all. We have hundreds of people in here. Now, here's the thing that you have to understand. The opening to get all of the information it ends tomorrow. Now, when are you going to use the information and actually follow it? You have a year to do that. Okay, you have a year, but the window to actually get access and to buy it is now. The access, the opportunity to purchase this, even if you're not going to use it until November or December, is not going to be available later on. It's only available now during this live event. Okay, so if you are interested in painting this, but you know that you cannot make the lives, then you can still purchase it and use it whenever you want over the next year until next August 25th. Okay, the downloadables, which we have a ton, we have any size you want to paint. You don't even have to paint this size. You can paint a 6x24 if you want. It's totally up to you. You have unlimited access to those because once you download them, they're yours. I can't get them back from you, right? So that's the way the downloadables work. Okay, so we will see you all tomorrow night. Hopefully y'all all be there. If not, no worries. You can still watch the replays, but we will see y'all soon. And I'm so glad y'all came on today to spend a little time with me. We will see you next time. Y'all have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.